I am trying to save as much silver as I possibly can for a silver challenge video that I have coming up, but I have to do this freaking event. Well, I don't have to, I want to. I'm doing it for a reason, but still. So here's what we're going to do. I am going to go through and try to save as much silver as possible as I finish up this Gear Enhancement event. How are we going to do that? We are not going to play with the RNG gods today. What I mean by that is when you level up an artifact to just level 4, it always costs the same. I believe it's like 900. It's always the same, it's consistent. And then when you level up to 8, there's a little bit more RNG, meaning it could cost, the cost varies a little bit more. Then when you go to 12, it varies a whole lot more. And then when you get to 16, to get it to level 16, you could be using up anywhere from like 800,000-ish silver to upwards of like 2.5 million. We don't want to mess with that today. And we only need to get to this guy. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go through. I have quite a few pieces of gear that are 0 level. We're going to go through and level up as many pieces as possible to level 4. And then we'll come back to the event and see where we're at to see if we need to go to level 8. But the goal here is to do rank 6 items only to level 4. And we'll see if we can do it. And then we'll do a head count and see how much silver we have after all of this, because we need to save. Hold up, click link in the description right now to get Uugo for free, as well as 2 more amazing epics as you level up. Here are the exact steps you need to follow. Log out of Plarium Play on PC and uninstall. Click link in the description and register with a brand new email. Launch raid and complete the tutorial. Go to your inbox and claim your first champ. Here you go, you find Uugo here, as well as Tagoar and Rector Drath as you progress through the game. Then, use promo code SUPREME6 to get yourself an insane Void Legendary, Supreme Galek. This is an amazing account start in raids, so go ahead and click my link right now and follow the steps. I do want to note that we may or may not be keeping all of these items. Obviously, we might go through and sell some of them after, so hopefully we can make back some of this silver. Okay, so I need a new strategy, because I do not want to go through every single freaking tier. So what I did, and trying to find random artifacts that I can level up. So what I did is I went through and I upped all the priority stats on everything, and then I removed the hidden, I did hide set filters, and then I scrolled all the way down. See, look at this. Every single time I go through and I upgrade to level 4, it's 9,750. Every single time. Very consistent. 100% consistent. But if I were to do level 8, again, there's a little bit of RNG and it might cost more. So we're trying to save as much as possible. The problem with this strategy, one, is it takes freaking forever. I was going to use RSL Helper here, but try as I might, it was a little bit buggy today, and it just wasn't loading the current artifacts that I have. And so it just wasn't working. I tried really hard to make that work so that I could set up RSL Helper in the background while I got other things done, but it's fine. We're going to do this the long way around, but we'll still get to the same goal eventually. I do have a timer running too, so that we can see how long this freaking takes. It'll be good. It'll be great. So what I'm trading here is time for silver. I'm giving up more of my time so that I can save on silver and be as efficient as possible. Normally with Gear Enhancement events, I'll just go through and I'll just either build out a couple of champions, you know, getting them to level 16, all that shiznit. And usually I can get through Gear Enhancement in no time at all. Super, super fast, super easy. If you have the silver, of course. In this case, I am going through and doing these each individually, and I don't have RSL Helper to help me. So I'm trading time for silver. So it really just comes down to, if you were trying to decide what to do for your Gear Enhancement events, this is probably really good for free-to-play or new players too. You get to decide how far you need to go and how fast, right? And then based on that, you can go through and either level every single little item that you don't have leveled yet up to level 4, and you save a bunch of silver, but you're spending a lot of time. This isn't too bad though. We're in 6 minutes so far. We've done quite a bit of leveling. I mean, I'm telling myself that to make myself feel better. And we've only gone down, what, 300,000 silver? That's not too bad. Okay, we're about 10 minutes in, but don't worry, we were able to get the first reward. By the time I finish this, the Gear Enhancement event is already gonna be over. I'm gonna be old. I'm gonna be old, and my hand is gonna be forever cramped in that position that you hold your mouse in. This is gonna take so freaking long, but I'm in it. We're here, we're doing it, it's happening. You know, at this point, we're just picking and choosing at random, and we're just going, because it's just gonna take so much more time if I went through and chose the sets and the items that were needed to start get upgrading. Plus, we're just going to level 4 anyway. It's not like it's gonna make a big difference. I have to sit and stare and think about where I'm gonna click next, and it's just the same pattern over and over again, and I have to actually stare at it while I'm doing it. I think this game has just conditioned me to be able to set and forget right? With the multi-battles and auto running and everything. I think I like to just set it up and then put it on my other monitor and then go do other crap while it's running. I can't do that here. It needs my attention. Dang it, freaking RSL helper for not being... How dare you not be available when I need you? But it's okay though. It's okay. I can't do this without like a book or music or something going on. We're gonna listen to an audiobook and then zone out and click and click. Oh my goodness, what did I get myself into today? I woke up today and I didn't choose violence. I chose self-inflicting torture. You know, I'm never ever gonna be able to quit this game. I have to play it for the rest of eternity now. And when people ask me why, I'm gonna say because of that one day that I sat there and I upgraded all of my artifacts to level 4, one at a time. That's why I can never quit. And also because those 2 Uugos that I pulled the other day during the Summit Rush event. I'm doing this for the mobile players who don't have access to amazing tools, PC tools like RSL Helper. I'm doing it for you, the mobile players, because this is what y'all have to do. I'm so sorry. Although, to be fair, I am making it harder for myself by only going to level 4. I could have said, let's go to level 8, but I wanted to save every single little piece of silver that I possibly could. So I decided to make it harder on myself. All right, we are 25 minutes in of clicking and clicking and clicking, and we've got 2, almost 3 rewards. We've got 600 points, and we need to get to 4,700. And silver, how much silver have we spent? We've spent almost 2 million. 2 million silver, 25 minutes in, 600 points, 2 rewards in the event. It's gonna be a minute. I remember back when I was first getting started with Raid, like in the early game stages, I remember having to do this a lot. Because sometimes in the early stages, you do not have, well, I certainly didn't have 166 million silver like I do right now. And you have to save as much as you can and put it wherever you can. So I remember back when I was getting started, there were times where I was trying to do a fusion and I had to get a Gear Enhancement event done, and I was just so out of silver. I was completely out. So what I had to do is I had to go through and try to efficiently just upgrade whatever I could and then sell it quickly after. And it was a pain in the butt. But sometimes we do what we have to, what we must. All right, we just hit the hour mark. An hour in, I had to go to my 5 stars. I had to switch over to 5 stars because we ran out of 6 stars. And I just finished all of my 5 stars as well. So we've gone through all of our 5 stars, all of our 6 stars, and we've leveled everything up to level 4. And this is how far we are. To be fair, the 5 stars only give you 2 points each. So it is taking quite a bit. And I don't know about you, but I needed a whole lot more items. A whole lot more artifacts to get through this. It's all good. We're gonna now go to level 8 and start upgrading our 6 stars level to level 8, and hopefully that'll help us, you know, bash through a little bit a little bit more and a little bit more quickly. You can kind of start to see the RNG factor playing a little bit more. Sometimes they're as little as 45k, that was lucky, and sometimes they cost a little over 100k is what I'm seeing so far. So yeah, doing the level 4s, they consistently cost the same all the way through, but when you go to level 8 and then level 12 and then 16, the more and more it becomes a total gamble of how much you're going to end up spending as far as silver is concerned. We did it. My friends, it's over. 1 hour and 46 minutes. Oh my goodness. So we went through and we upgraded all of our 6 stars and 5 stars to level 4. And then I went through and I had just enough of my 6 stars to go through and then upgrade those to level 8. This was quite the adventure. Pretty sure my brain has rotted from all of the clicking, but it's fine. It's cool. We're good. We were able to accomplish the Gear Enhancement event, and the reason why we did it this way instead of just going through and just using a bunch of our silver, because we have plenty, was because we wanted to be able to save on the silver as much as possible so that I can do this silver challenge video that I have coming up. I wanted to save as much as possible, but also it was kind of cool to go through and see just how much you can accomplish and how much we were able to save. All right, when all was said and done, we used 23 million silver. It took us 1 hour and 46 minutes to do it. Is this a strategy or technique that I would recommend doing? Probably not. I'm gonna be totally honest. That was not fun to do. A couple of things that you could have done differently here is use RSL Helper because it'll auto upgrade for you, which is pretty dang cool. Mine was buggy. It was bugging. I tried so many different things to try to fix it, so I just opted to go through and do it myself, which is, it's all right. At least we were able to get it done. Second of all, Another reason why we didn't want to upgrade to level 12 or level 16, while it would have been so much faster, I could have had that done super quick. The reason why we didn't do that is because you start to gamble a little bit more with the silver. When you go to a level 16, as we mentioned before, it could be anywhere from like, I think you can get it there with 500,000, right? Or 800,000, something along those lines. As little as that much, but then there's those chances that it'll take like 2 million, 2.5 million silver. We really tried to save here. Getting it to level 4 was very consistent. It cost the exact same every single time. I think it was like 9,750. I should know that number. I saw it like so many freaking times over and over again. And then going to level 8, there was a little bit of RNG, but it's not as bad. It's not as wide of a difference as it would be if you were going to level 16. So thank goodness that we are done. This is a strategy you can use if you're low on silver. It's just really deciding on what you're giving. Are you giving time or are you giving more silver? Because the likelihood of having to spend a whole lot more if you go up to level 16s and upgrade a whole lot higher than I did, which was 8, then you have to be willing, to either give up the silver or give up the time. I'm so glad that this is finished and completed. It was a lot of work, but we got our guy. Be sure to subscribe so that you can stay tuned for that silver challenge video that we will have later down the road, as well as some other great content that we have coming out. I hope that you have an amazing freaking day. Keep killing it, and I'll see ya.